Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing News.
Teofimo says, do I still got it? And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And Teofimo, after the robbery decision victory that he got against Sandor Martin, this guy, after the fight, he came out and stated, hey, do I still got it? He was heard saying this to team members after that fight. Do I still have it? And, he's wondering and asking himself the question, am I still a good fighter? Am I still an elite fighter? Am I still at the top? Is my skills, is my powers, everything that I believe I am, I really am? He's asking himself this question, and what Teofimo needs to understand is he needs to accept his flaws. He needs to accept the fact that he's not a perfect fighter. He needs to accept the fact that he needs to change game plans. He needs to move from plan A to plan B at time. And he also needs to accept the fact that his father's a dumbass who's telling him only things that he wants to hear. That's what he needs to accept. This is a mental breakdown of Teofimo at this point because he's not mentally the same. He's questioning himself. This is where problems begin. I mean, you've even seen Regis Prograis come out and react to this and say, too much pressure. He's breaking mentally. And I agree. I don't feel like Teofimo is the same fighter that fought Vasyl Lomachenko. He's not mentally strong. He's not mentally focused. And he's becoming more and more delusional fight by fight by fight. He needs to change his corner. He needs to get a new outlook and perspective because at this point, mentally, his focus, his discipline, his understanding of what's happening in the ring is simply not there. And that's partly to blame due to his dumbass father. And not only that, you've even seen Devin Haney come out and say Kambosos ruined Teofimo. He will never be the same. And I kind of have to agree with that because during the Kambosos fight, you've seen Teofimo start to unravel, and after that fight, he was speaking delusion after delusion after delusion. I mean, I'll give you an example. Teofimo basically said, I was up 10 rounds to 2. I had myself up 10 rounds to 2. He didn't even believe the fight with Kambosos was close. He was literally in a different fight than the entire world was watching. He was that delusional. That's what I mean. Mentally, his mind is not the same. I mean, this guy even went on to state that he believed that fight was fixed. DAZN cheated him, and he would have never lost that fight had he been on a top-ranked card. Now, looking at this Sandor Martin decision robbery, I believe that would have happened. I believe he would have won that fight on top rank because they would have made sure he would not have lost. I mean, let's just be honest. But not based on him actually winning the fight, based on them doing anything to make sure Teofimo wins. This guy is losing it mentally. I mean, even Bob Arum stated after the fight that, hey, I don't believe Teofimo would be the favorite to beat Regis Prograis right now. And when you look at it, the truth is Teofimo's a talented young fighter, has a lot of physical gifts, but the problem is he has a dumbass corner with his dumbass daddy. And not only that, he lost that fight against Sandor Martin, and the judges were on his side with a ridiculous scorecard. And the fact that Teofimo is doubting himself at this point, his mind, his mentality may never be the same. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.